Hi guys, for those of you guys are here, thank you so much. My name is Yuuno and I've been a content creator for about 5 years, and today I'll be telling you guys about some tips and tricks as well as my own experience as a creator. So, I'm sure there's a lot of you here who are creators, who are not creators, but I think the first question as a non-creator would be, what is stopping you from starting to be a content creator? So, personally, here are the common answers. So some common reasons to not start is usually because you're scared, you have no time, or you don't know or don't have the money to buy equipment. Personally, for me, when I started out, I was very afraid of people judging me, my friends calling me cringe. But eventually, I got over the hurdle because of my own reasons to start content creations. So here are some reasons why people would start doing content. Mainly, number one would be obviously for the money. The second would be to get free stuff, and thirdly would be for fame. The fourth one that's not here is actually passion. Personally, for me, I started because I wanted to actually be on the billboard or that mega poster on Orchard Road. It's still my dream to this very day, but that actually drives me to not be afraid and to just start and to work hard at being a content creator. So for whatever reasons you guys have to want to be a content creator, I wouldn't tell you to just start though, because just start is actually bad advice. Instead, I would want to tell you guys that groundwork is needed. So here are the 4 things that you need to start the groundwork. I like to call it ants because we all know that ants are very hard workers. So let's start off with availability. It's a question you ask yourself. How often can you actually shoot or stream? So I see some of you guys here seems to be a bit older, so you guys are probably working. So you need to ask yourself, with a full-time job, how much time can you allocate during the weekends to actually film and batch content? Which goes on to my next point. What is batching content? Batching content is actually filming, for example, a week's worth of videos in one day. This not only helps you to be consistent, it also helps you to procrastinate less, and it gives you the time to leisurely edit your videos throughout the week and post every day. It also allows you to set realistic expectations of yourself to prevent burnout and overwhelming yourself. So the second is, a lot of people would tell you that to start you have to ask yourself, what is your niche? And that's because niching is indeed very important. Niching is actually a fast way to get to the starting point of creating. For example, if I were to ask you to tell me a joke right now, you wouldn't know what joke to tell me. But if I were to tell you to tell me a knock-knock joke, then you would know where to start. So it's the exact same thing as niching. And niching will also help the algorithm to push out your content to the relevant people. For example, if your niche is soccer, you would definitely want to get to fans who love soccer. So with the relevant hashtags, it helps you to be seen by relevant brands and get relevant brand deals. So how do you niche? First is to start off simply, you can simply find 3 creators you like from your chosen niche. If you like soccer, you can go see Ronaldo or soccer enthusiast creators. So after finding that 3 creators, you can look and find 5 videos from each creator to recreate their videos. So I know that copying is a taboo thing, but I'm not telling you guys to copy 100% from other creators. Rather, it is to try and recreate their video and add in your own twist. So by recreating their video, not only do you try to understand their process, it also helps you to practice doing content, and with practice consistently, it kind of helps you make practicing content a muscle memory. Yeah. Eventually, after you've been in it for like a year or so, you kind of like get used to creating content. your own style will develop over time. Yeah. So third one is the setup. This is what I would recommend any beginner creator. This is all you need actually. You just need good lighting, a good camera, just like S24, and a good mic. Personally for me, I don't really do a lot of speaking content, so the mic in this phone is good enough. So this template is actually a pretty hard, complex thing, but I think it's the most helpful. So templates are actually frameworks that you can fit different ideas into to pump out large quantity of videos easily. For example, cooking creators. So cooking creators, the usual template is basically naming the dish, showing the cooking process of the dish, and then showing the dish final result. Some cooking creators, they make themselves stand out by, for example, cooking the dish, but with kung fu moves. But the main idea is that these cooking creators are able to cook 100 different dishes and dish out 100 different videos, all with just templates. So it is very important to develop a template, and you can start by mirroring creators that you like. So after doing some couple of templates and you're more confident, you can deviate and start to look for new templates to follow, or you can even trend jack. So trend jack is basically hopping onto the trend, like Cute Girl or the NPC trend on TikTok. So the goal is actually to accumulate multiple templates for endless creation. Can you imagine having multiple templates and you can just easily fit any idea, any niche, any genre into one template? That's like so easy. It makes content creation work a lot easier, right? So I think planning is the last on my list, and to me it's the most important. For me as a content creator, inspiration comes really anywhere, anytime. Walking to work, being on the train, and being even on the toilet, I would just get ideas. And these ideas fade fast. So usually I'll just grab my phone and type it all out. So at the end of the day, I would have to actually sit down, look at what I've written on my phone, kind of plan a little bit more, and it's very tedious to actually summarize and put it all into bullet points that I can understand. So the S24 notes actually helps me in summarizing and auto formatting my points into bullet points. Not only does it help me procrastinate less, it also helps me dive into content creation faster, and also helps me work better with my co-actors, because then they would be able to see exactly what I want to do with them using the summarization and the bullet points. So second is the 3 tips to improve your socials. Landing page. So actually, Instagram profile page is the LinkedIn profile for creators. That's what I like to believe. So it's very important because it is the first thing that your new audience, your followers, and the brand see about you. So there are 4 parts. There are actually 3 parts to this. First is to have a high contrasted, attractive profile picture, because that's the first thing anyone would look. It would be a picture. So it should stand out in stories, just like this, and fit your niche. The second thing would be your bio. The bio should be what your content is and not really about you. And one good thing to know is that you should definitely add your contact number, contact email in your bio. I know that Instagram has this little button here in email, like email here, but trust me, that is way easier for people to look for you if you include it in your bio. And the last thing is that you will want to pin 3 posts that best describes you. Because not everyone has the luxury to look through your entire profile. They will look at the first 3 things, and it should be kind of describing your content. So if you are a cooking creator, a fashion creator, these 3 would be the one that represents it. Next, content funneling. This is an interesting piece. So you would ask yourself, like, what content would I do? This is a general guideline for my content funnel. I put 70% of emphasis into content that attracts people to my brand, to my brand. So it would be like trending content, templated content, because studies have shown that for someone to even remember or be interested in the product, it takes them 7 times. They have to see that thing 7 times before even clicking into the profile. So content being attractive has to be 70%. You have to keep posting it to be consistent about it. So once you bring this new audience into your profile, you will have to retain them. So that's where retaining content comes into play. So content just like vlog, BTS, and Q&A helps you to engage with your audience, helps you to sometimes get new people, but more importantly, it helps your older followers to not unfollow. The last one is content that gets people to buy something or brand deals. So these are content that's usually, you start a new YouTube channel and you want people to follow that new YouTube channel. Or you're being sponsored by Samsung and you want people to be aware of their phone. So these are 10%. All right. So I personally believe that all content should be value adding. It should be under one of these 4 buckets. The content should either teach, entertain, relate, or inspire. Teaching content, for example, cooking or dentistry. How do you make ramen? How do you make delicious ramen? How do you pluck out tooth? Content like that. Entertaining content can be like memes, skits, and jokes, which is what I love to do. Relatable content can be like relationship problems, corporate life, gaming, and all that. Inspirational content would be like fitness videos or wealth management. So generally you would pick either one, or if you want to mix it up around, it's also okay. Yeah. So last but not the least, now with the fast pace of social media, it's actually very important to kind of push out content as soon as possible. For example, this Samsung Galaxy event, this is the time where they actually announced it publicly about S24, and I kind of knew that I had to post this video featuring its generative fill before all the publicists or the journalists do. That will bring me the most eyeballs. So what I did was I actually edited it on the train back home and posted it, and right now it has about 2 million views. If I were to wait to reach home and edit it with my computer, it might not be as viral as it is now. So right now with trends coming and going, it is really important for you to just stay ahead of others and get your content out as soon as possible. So that was content, and right now I'll be talking about live streaming for this inspiring Twitch YouTube streamers. So there are 3 things for you to prepare before every live stream. So first would be to hook your audience, and by hooking, here are 3 tips for you to hook your audience. First, it will be to frame a stream to bring attention to your primary content. For example, there's this Valorant streamer that I know that he purposely put a fake cheating layover on his computer so that people who scroll past it would be shocked that why is he using a cheating layover, and they would click into his stream. So I would say it's a bit more clickbaity, but basically it kind of hooks new audiences into your stream. You can also use uncommon language when announcing a stream. If, for example, you don't say I'm going to makeup shop, you can say like clown makeup running low, time to restock. It also gives you a little bit of personality, and everyone has a good laugh after. Third but not the least is to set a goal and make it clear on screen. This gives your audience a clear idea on what to expect on stream. So after hooking your audience, you definitely have to make them stay. And that's where engagement comes into play. So the first thing that all streamers do, it's a very good habit to read out every user's name and message. Welcome them into the stream, make them comfy and stuff. And you know you'll make it if you can't read all of them out. Yeah. during a stream, I think it's good to talk about your goal often and give attention to people who contribute to your goal. These are your loyal supporters that went the extra mile for you, and I think it's just good practice to appreciate and make them feel and just be grateful to your contributors and stuff. So the last thing is to start and maintain open-ended conversations. You could ask them a question about their day. You can talk about your day. You can have a Q&A session, or if there are any questions in chat, reply to them. So it's all about engaging with them like you would with your friends in real life. This is the last like show plan. So I've stated the importance of planning for content creation. Likewise, it is important to plan for a live stream. It's just like a radio broadcast. Radio broadcast would usually start with good morning, and we're gonna have a giveaway at the end of the day. So stay tuned, do not miss out. Live streaming is very similar to radio broadcast. So it's good to plan and tell a rough outline of things that you're gonna do to make your viewers stay and kind of follow along with you. Afterwards, it's good to determine an internal goal because it will condition your behavior on stream and also tailor it to your audience. For example, if my goal is to gain 100 new subscribers, then in my mind, I'll be kind of trying to tell my followers to subscribe to me because that's my goal. But these are just rough tips. At the end of the day, have fun while streaming. And if anything cool happens on stream, feel free to ditch your main plan and just do what feels fun for you and your chat. The last but not the least is actually community, which is the most important thing of a content creator, because without community, a content creator will be nothing. Will be nothing at all. So, to build community, the first part is to identify your ideal audience. This will help you with your content. After knowing what your audience are looking for, you would then better tailor your content to suit them. So for my ideal audience, it would be chill, but not afraid to be direct. I would think my ideal audience would be knowledgeable and funny, who love games and humor, and hate touching grass. Because they hate touching grass, I will go out and touch grass for them. So after knowing your ideal audience and capturing them, it is time to build private channels like Discord or Instagram broadcast channels to engage and interact with them. It is where you guys will share behind the scenes, memes, and have daily conversations. It's also very important to appoint community leaders and Discord moderators because they will be your campaign leaders to kind of help you rah-rah the crowd, as well as to introduce you to all of their friends. And usually, they would be the first point of contact when a new follower comes in. So for smaller creators, you guys don't have to worry because even a small group can get you going. This collaboration with other creators is the final tip of building community, and it's actually the best way to scale because it's combining your fan base along with the other creators' fan base. So templates, as I mentioned in content, can come in handy because then it'll be very easy to fit in another creator into your videos. It's also a good way to network because content creation usually helps you bridge friendships. And for smaller content creators, I know you guys fear being a leech or being seen as social climbing, but everyone has to start out from the ground up. So instead of worrying about being a leech or people talking behind your back, I think it's better if you focus your worries into how you can provide value to other creators. For example, if you're a creator that has really good filming or editing skills, this is something that you can pitch to other creators and collaborate with. So just rule of thumb is that do not be afraid and always try to provide value in whatever you're doing. So some final tips that I would love to share is to study film theory and master script writing. Personally, for me, I have not professionally studied film theory at all. Everything that I've learned is through trial and error, is through other creators, is through YouTube. So this is the first place that you can start, YouTube, or just seeing other creators. Script writing is definitely a skill that is very hard to master, but script writing is also something that you can be really good at as long as you practice. Afterwards, you can start thinking and filming like an editor. There are many YouTube tutorials on how to edit really cool. And what I always tell my creator friends is that you don't have to worry about your videos not going viral, not getting enough views, because at the end of the day, even if those videos not perform well, you can always look back and ask yourself, why did it not perform well? To me, it's like an archive, and it's just data. It's just data for me. So with data analytics and regular correction, in the future, you can definitely create better videos and learn from them. So generally, let's just have fun. Okay. So that's all from me. I hope that you learned a little bit. I hope that you learned something from it. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me at the side. A huge shout out to Samsung for involving me in this project. Honestly, I am pretty nervous, but I'm grateful for their trust in me, and I was actually very excited about the phone because of the AI features. I personally love the generative feel. I think that's groundbreaking because previously you could only do that on a computer. So the fact that you could do it on the phone is pretty cool. Yeah. And we'll also be having another event called Galaxy Gaming for the game Genshin Impact here next week around 1-2 p.m. 1-2 p.m. Yeah. So if you guys have any friends that like Genshin Impact, or you guys are Genshin Impact players yourself, if you guys know of any cosplayers, do tell them about this event, and we'll see you guys next week. Thank you.